back with another episode of A Certain Age. It's episode 9.
I know, my gosh. I can't believe we made it this long. Yay. I'm so excited.
I really am loving the response, and we thank everybody that have shared their positive reviews of the content that we've put out there. We have carefully selected a lot of these artists, including today's episode, and it's really exciting because one of my favorite topics is fashion, but we are bringing Jeremy Ross Lopez from Tag's podcast on, and many people don't know that fashion, FIT, worked for Valentino, worked for major department stores here in New York City, as well as designer Ashley Thomas. And she's works for a major brand, but she's also launching her brand new brand in 2024. And I'm excited to dive into fashion of a certain age. How about you?
I can't wait. They're both so knowledgeable, and they're two of our best friends. So this conversation is going to be so enlightening, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. So I can't wait to get into it, Steve.
Well, let's not even waste any more time and get into some fashion talk.
Yes.
All right, Kodi. Well, we are super excited today of a certain age because we're talking fashion. And with all our other topics, which I love, this one really is going to be one of my favorite ones.
Oh, yeah. It came so easy. All the questions and the people that we have. I'm so excited.
Well, let's introduce them. First off, you know him from Tag's podcast. And what you may not know from Jeremy Ross Lopez is that he went to FIT. He is a big fashionista. Jeremy Ross Lopez, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. And we also want to welcome, I'll let you.
Oh, this is my best friend. One of my best friends, because I have a couple.
Oh,
but
yeah?
she's a fashion designer. And she went to FIT as well. Mm-hmm. And she is just extraordinary. My best friend, Ashley Thomas, is here today.
Thank you so much. Such a pleasure to be here.
Welcome, Ashley.
Thank you.
Super excited. Well, we thought we'd start with just kind of a fun question. And when did we all realize that we loved fashion, Ashley?
I would say for me was when I was in college and becoming a young lady and being able to purchase my own clothing. I am a hand-me-down baby, so I received all of my sister's heinous clothing. And when I was able to afford my own clothing by using that refund check that should have gone to tuition, I had an opinion and I started to love fashion.
I love that.
That sparked that love. Yep.
So, Jeremy, we know you went to FIT. When did fashion speak to you?
For me, it was definitely helping my mom pick out her outfits for work every day. Yeah, so from a very young age, I've always loved dressing women and just picking out clothes for anyone, really, and making people look and feel the best version of themselves.
That's awesome.
Fabulous. What about you, Steve? When did you fall in love with fashion?
I mean, I've always loved fashion. I'm an 80s kid, so I grew up with Dynasty, Dallas, Knots Landing, shoulder pads, divas, Madonna's obviously in my apartment, so she was a huge fashion motif for me, and I always thought I wanted to step up men's fashion. And so even as a little kid, Miami Vice was out and I had the white blazer and I was pushing the sleeves up, and I made my mom buy me like a shirt and no socks look. So I think I was kind of, trying to do it early on. How about yourself, Kodi?
Oh, yeah, when I put on my mom's shoes, her high heels.
I did that too.
Could you walk in them?
I could barely, but I made her work, honey. She did a little sachet.
You know when you got those little feet and they slide all the way to the front? They don't even meet
It just trying to survive in them.
That is hilarious.
Definitely had some cliffhangers. And no, in the 90s, I fell in love with fashion as far as making a statement with your fashion and just, the baggy clothes of the 90s and all of the cross colors and things of that nature. So that's when I really fell in love with it, when I found that you can really express yourself through fashion. So
Okay, Madonna reference
Yeah.
over there.
I wish mine was as eloquent. I'm like, I just want to buy a T-shirt at Forever 21. That's all. That's it.
Well, speaking of periods, is there a fashion period that you all gravitate to that speaks to you, or the current one?
Yeah, for me, it would be one of my favorite movies is Butterfield 8. I don't know if you guys know what movie that is with Elizabeth Taylor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, good
Yeah,
movie.
and I believe she's wearing all Christian Dior. I think they made all of her wardrobe. And that is just such a sexy movie. Everything she's wearing, it's just she walks in and your jaw just drops. It's mainly neutrals with big pops of like blues. So that is very inspiring to me, that movie specifically in that fashion line in there in those costumes. And then 18th century, we won't dive too deep into it, but Marie Antoinette, the Duchess of Devonshire, those pieces, I know they didn't have TV, so they had a lot of time on their hand, but the art that they created is insane, just from like draping fabrication.
Yeah.
So those are the time periods that really speak to me.
Really cool.
Love that.
How about you, Jeremy?
I mean, one movie that comes to mind for me is Mahogany with Diana Ross. So
You better
I
stop.
just love like all the outfits, everything. I love her acting in it, and for me, that is like a very, very cool era of fashion and effortless beauty. And it actually wasn't too sexualized at that time either. It was like oversized and drapey, but beautiful fabrics. And yeah, I like that.
I just gay gasped, by the way. I live. The 70s are amazing to me. I just want to know, what are some of your fashion icons also? Because we're talking about time periods and, of course, Elizabeth Taylor and Diana Ross. They live forever in our memories. But who are some of your fashion icons that you look towards to kind of as your barometer for your fashion?
Am I first? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, whomever.
I love Cher.
Oh.
Cher's clothes, her outfits, she's always half naked. She's beautiful. Her clothing is just divine. And I
And
feel
who was
like
the
she
designer that always did her? Bob Mackie, right?
Yes.
For all those early
Yep.
years? Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like over the top, but it just fits her body like a glove, and she's just beautiful. And I think it just accentuated the best part of her, and she's so much fun. Mine range, I just am all over the place just in life in general. I love Rose Huntington. I believe that's her name. Yeah. And she's more modern, but she's monochromatic.
Right.
She's very simple. She gives me that Calvin Klein kind of vibe, all one color. Zendaya,
Ooh.
Zendaya.
So good.
Yeah, beautiful.
And so chic all the time.
Very chic. And I just want to not eat like her. She's so slender. But it ranges for me. But I think those are right now, those are my key icons.
Nice. How about you?
I mean, Jennifer Lopez is obviously one of my number ones.
Jennifer in the
She
Black.
just makes anything look beautiful. She's had access to so many beautiful garments over the whole span of her career. Also Lady Gaga for me, just because she pushes the envelope and designers make her so many special things that no one else wears. And then one of my new favorites is Doja Cat.
Oh.
Because she's
Wow.
very like crazy and wild
Yeah.
out there, and I like that. Like I love that she went to the Schiaparelli show like completely encrusted in red, kind of creepy, but like in an art form way. And at the Met Gala dressed up as a cat
Oh, right.
She pushes the
for
envelope.
Karl Lagerfeld's cat.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
love her.
Well, let's talk fashion in general. And one question that comes to mind is, can fashion change your mood? So when you wake up in the day, if it's a work day, or if you're just getting together for something like today, can fashion change your mood?
Yes. When you wake up in the morning and you're just not feeling like yourself and you just put on your all black, or you want to portray your confidence will shine through with your garment. And there's studies that show that there's a tie between mood and confidence and mental health and fashion, and you can look those up. And it's just very important. It's more important than people think. I think a lot of people think that fashion is narcissistic.
Right.
And you go to The Devil Wears Prada.
Right.
And the secretary, or Anne Hathaway's character, didn't want to tap into the idea that fashion is as important as it is. But I think it's more important than people think it is. Even for that short period of time when you put on a garment and it just makes you feel like you rule the world. Even for those 90 minutes of an interview or for a date, I think that's so important. So
Love
that's
that.
why I'm yeah.
And she got read by the
Read
queen.
down.
She did. She's like, that was a choice.
I love that scene. It's like
Yeah.
my favorite.
That lumpy
One of my
sweater.
favorite.
Cerulean. We all know it.
I might have to watch that this weekend.
My favorite scene of that whole entire movie is the looks that they show her when she's already gotten the makeover, and it's like running down the New York street and just amazing.
Yeah. How fun
It's
was
like
that?
one after the other, and the whole cream look for me was the
Everything.
To die
icing on
for.
the cake, and then the Chanel boots, obviously.
She looked amazing.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
about mood for you, Jeremy? Can it change your mood, fashion?
I definitely think so. I think it also can sometimes be, it can give you more confidence, like Ashley said, and sometimes be a shield. Like when you're feeling vulnerable, I think that putting on like a jacket or a coat or leather or just something that makes you feel better really makes all the world's difference. And I think that also it's always changing and you're always evolving in ways that I don't even think you sit and think about. But when you add new pieces to your collection of clothing and switch it up, I think that makes it like exciting and fun, and that changes your mood altogether.
I've been shopping in my closet recently.
Oh, yeah.
Because, we had the pandemic, and a lot of these pieces I haven't seen in so long. And so I've been going through, when did I get this? And I'm like, okay.
That's
But
the best discovery ever.
but
Are there tags on them?
No tags.
Okay,
Like I did
okay.
wear it, but maybe I would have worn it in a different way
Got
in
it.
2019. Where
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
today, I'm like, no. 2023 is going to be paired with this pant, or it's just it's fun.
More is more is
evolve.
more.
Yeah.
I shop in my closet.
I love it. Can I shop in your closet?
Yeah.
All
Pack,
right.
borrow, and steal.
You've gotten some pants of mine when I was
have,
putting it on
and
little
I live
pounds.
for
Do you
that.
still have them?
I have them.
Oh my God,
Oh.
I've never fit in his pants ever.
Cody has the
I can wear 'em
teeniest
tomorrow.
waist
Yeah, he
ever.
does.
Yes.
Yeah. And I got a big booty too. Anywho.
Enough about you.
All right. Speaking of evolving, what about fashion trends? Do we think that we should be following the fashion trends of this season, or should we stick to our own personal style? I'm gonna ask Jeremy first. Jeremy,
I
what do you
always
think?
like own personal style. I live by that. I swear by it. I know that trends influence your own personal style, but I don't like to just buy something just because it's in now and then it's not. I will still wear it when I want to wear it, and I love things that maybe have gone out of style that are still my favorite things. So I don't really care about what the trend is or what it's accepting at the moment. I just wear what I want to wear.
I hear that.
Amen.
Oh.
Yeah, I totally agree with Jeremy. I think it's whatever you like and whatever is calling you and whatever makes you feel amazing. I do think that trends are nice to refresh a closet. I don't like the idea of wasting those. So there are websites that you can rent from if you want to do a little renting or rent the runway just to get a trend in for a second.
Right.
Back to a pant that you've had in your closet for a long time. But I think the new fashion is buying classics and making sure you buy things that you love that you can pull out your closet at any time. Like I have blazers in there that they're so old, but I will pull them out probably in the year because they'll be
Timeless.
Yeah, timeless pieces, and classic pieces are very cute right now.
Well, what about when it comes to fast fashion versus labels? How do we weigh in on, are you like, no to fast fashion? Or I'm talking like H&M and Zara as opposed to Karl Lagerfeld or Valentino. How do you weigh it?
Valentino. I think that there is a way to combine everything, right?
Yeah.
So I shop at H&M. I have stuff from Zara from literally 10 years ago. I just take really good care of it.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the shirts are turning gray, so I'll have to dye them.
Yeah.
But my white's changing colors. But I think if you're just buying for things that are authentic to you and make you feel good at any point in your life that are classic, I think that's fine,
Yeah.
right? So I'm not going to throw away my H&M. And if you do get to the point where you're done with some fast fashion in your closet, you can always donate, or you can resell your clothing, which I think is wonderful right now. I think that's a great way of being sustainable as best we can in the fashion industry.
Yeah, because labels can break the bank, Jeremy. And
Oh,
so you can, one piece that you're going to wear like maybe once
Yeah.
could be like hundreds
Whenever
of
I
dollars.
buy something that's a label, I always make sure that it's kind of on the more simple side because of the fact that I think that makes it timeless and a good investment. And I always believe in high and low mix. Like I may have one accessory and then that's really expensive, and then the rest is all Shein, Amazon, H&M, Zara, Forever 21. I mean, it's all
Yeah.
over the place. And I think that that is fine. And I think, like Ashley said, donating is important, and handing down to someone else that may like it, or when you're done with it, is really a smart and good way to keep things sustainable. Also, we know that fast fashion isn't always great for the community as a whole, but obviously we all are shoppers and love fashion. So,
Right.
I mean, wherever we can get our hands on it, we're going to.
It's not
Yeah.
going away anytime
And
soon.
it's 2 clicks
No.
away.
Yeah.
And Zara is killing it. They have like a ski collection now,
Oh,
which is wild. Yeah. I don't know. Zara's going to be in our homes for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not a plug. I don't work for them.
And sometimes if you're in Europe, like my sister and I were in Spain once, and I said, let's just go into the Zara. We found her a double-breasted blazer black that to this day she pairs with like legging. It
Yep.
looks so chic, and you would not know that it was
Yeah.
from Zara,
Yep.
and it's in her wardrobe forever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So even if it's fast fashion, you could make it timeless.
Yeah.
Yes.
I also I steer away from anything that has lots of labels on it because I just don't find that to be, in my opinion, very tasteful. So I don't like big LVs or like big
Balenciaga.
F's all over stuff. I really hate that. So if I'm getting something that's designer, it's going to be like the most plain, like tiny logo ever
Yeah.
versus
I hear that.
craziness.
Yeah.
Because that doesn't scream that you have good taste, in
Yeah.
my opinion.
It screams outlet
Flashy.
to me.
Yeah.
Woodbury Commons.
Very
I
common.
know everybody does.
What is an outlet?
Wow. So
Hey, it's our fashion episode. We have to have a little.
We
It's
can
an
be a little
outlet.
cat, a little. Yeah. Well, I mean, that was my word. So, well, I'm trying to try on a dress. Okay. So, what do we think about genderless fashion? What do we think about people and just kind of mixing the male and the female aesthetics when it comes to fashion? I want to try on a dress really bad. Can I try on one of your dresses, Ashley?
I mean, you've tried and broke some of my shoes.
Okay, now let's be
You broke
honest.
my heels. You actually owe me
I've
some
broken
heels.
people's heels before,
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Now that you bring it up.
Right. Yeah, if I recall correctly. I say do you. I think it's fashion is bravery sometimes, and I think it's very fun and very brave to just walk outside sometimes. So if you even decide that you want to try on a dress or a skirt, fluid, I think is amazing. I think it's another form of art, right? What you feel comfortable in is your art. So I definitely appreciate it. And I think we almost died during COVID. There's wars going on. Do what feels good for you in your closet. Yeah, but don't touch my heels again.
You trying to be Billy Porter over there?
Maybe. You never know. Jeremy, what do
I
you think?
love genderless fashion. So I love when men wear dresses. I love them when they wear gowns. I love it paired with blazers. I love just people feeling good in what they choose to put on their back and not having any rules and not boxing in only men can wear this, only women can wear this. girls in kilts and combat boots and
Ooh,
pantsuits and all that, like power suit. I love all of it.
I love it too.
Me too.
Yeah, and we have a friend that wore, and I think this is the first person that I saw, and I won't say his name. He wore a Tom Brown gray kilt back to a blazer, and I was like, what? And I didn't understand what he was talking about when he told me about his outfit.
Yeah.
It was the most chic thing I've ever seen in my life.
Ooh.
Back to combat boots. So I say if it looks good, wear it and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I always think of, too, Carrie Bradshaw in Sex and the City, too, when she wore the tuxedo with the crown.
Oh,
Nice.
So good.
Yeah.
Very
Bad.
nice.
Women in
Badass.
tuxedos is amazing.
Well, I'm wearing a kilt to your birthday tomorrow. So you tell me how
You
I
are.
rock it. Yes, I
Yeah.
am.
Is it
Love
leather?
it.
It's I have a leather one, but this one's pleated and with
Nice.
buckles, and so with
Yeah.
leather leggings,
That's
and combat
lovely.
boots.
I
So
want to see this picture.
I will. I'll post
Okay.
it. I promise.
Thank
And I'm going to borrow a dress from Ashley.
Yeah. What dress? Yeah, I mean, you got a.
I got some shoulders on me,
You
don't
got
I?
a rear on you. So I don't know which dress she's gonna break. Yeah.
Well, the show's called Of a Certain Age,
Mm-hmm.
and it begs the question, should certain people avoid certain fashion as we age? So, is it cringy if a person of a certain age wears, I mean, I'm just thinking out of a mini skirt,
Mm-hmm.
Ashley, or what?
No, I say do whatever you want to do. Again, we almost died during COVID. Life is just different. And I think that people need to be who they need to be to get out their front door. And if you feel good in a mini skirt and a fur coat in the middle of summer, I mean, well, that's a little much, but
I applaud it.
yeah, just do what makes you feel like a queen or a king. And I think older people feel like they're not seen. So I would like people just to show up for themselves. Like, what makes you feel seen for yourself? What makes you feel brave or confident? What makes you feel amazing? And the only thing I will say is don't dumb it down for other people. Sometimes you'll put on something in the mirror. You're like, this is too much. Be too much.
I love that.
Be your everything.
YOLO.
Make yourself happy. Yeah. So no
I love
rules there.
Nice.
Just wear pasties.
Okay.
No, I completely agree. I think that fashion is limitless when it comes to age, and I think that you should wear what you want to wear and what you feel good in, and I think that old people, young people, middle-aged people can wear what they want and still rock it and look amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely agree with that.
Me
I
too.
just have to weigh in because I am of a certain age and I want to
You
just
don't look
rock
it.
what I want to rock.
Yeah.
And I love it. And we live in such an ageist society, particularly towards women, that says, I'm thinking of Dolly Parton.
Oh, I was gonna
recently.
mention
Yes. And she had the booty shorts on. She looked amazing.
She looked great.
She really looked amazing. It made me actually look up. I was just curious because I've never known what her age is, and I was like, holy shit, 77 and fucking gorgeous,
Yeah.
and just rocking it on stage with so much energy.
Yeah.
Face snatched for the gods,
Right.
body, like she looked excellent, and of course, people had negative things to say,
Right.
but I think
Yeah.
that she always feeds off of good vibes and does what she wants to do, and I think that's worked for her. all
Don't read
these
the
years.
comments, right? Don't read the comments.
But I feel like
Exactly.
that's a form of jealousy too.
Yeah.
Like
It is.
you have
Insecurity,
Dolly Parton,
yeah.
coming out at 77 and wearing what she wants, and other people don't feel confident in doing that. It's kind of the woman who sees you and says, "Or man, aren't you cold?"
Yeah.
And it's like, no.
A hoe never
It's like
gets
a
cold.
read. Don't be jealous. Don't be jealous of me.
Don't be jealous.
Yeah.
Of my boogie.
Of
Yeah.
my
Right.
boogie.
RuPaul said it the
Hey.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that
I'm going to
too.
steal that.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to use it all the time
Yeah.
now, right? Yes. So speaking of the rules, what do we think about dressing different body types? Are there different rules for different body types? I mean, I am a 6'2" fashion model. I don't know if we know this.
Did you take Ashley's body when we weren't looking?
I may have. No, I'm kind of short. I'm 5'9".
Oh, okay,
wait,
okay.
cut that out. So are there different rules for different body types? Tall, short, a little bit larger, a little bit skinnier. What do you think about different body types and dressing those body types?
I just would say to make sure it fits your body. I feel like sometimes we think, like even me, I think that I'm still a small. I'm a medium. These shoulders are a medium. So I need to make sure I'm sizing up to make sure it fits nicely and it accentuates my body and makes me feel good. So that would be my only call out. I think representation in all fashion is very important, and a lot of brands are working on that now. So just do your research and make sure you're finding stores that will work with your body type. But again, it's just trying on the clothing. I'm a girl who would go to a mall. I think actually going to
You're a mall girl?
stores and trying on clothing is more important than we think. I know that people like online shopping and returning it downstairs, but I think that actually going to the mall and trying on clothing is very important. Just make sure it fits your body. And as a tall woman, I have to use tricks because nothing fits my sleeve length. I even go vintage shopping and the men's blazers are still short for me. So I would even say tailoring is good, but fit is very important to me.
Yeah. All right. That's very 80s.
I hope that
going to the
answered that
mall.
question.
Yeah, that's
It's like a big
great.
circle.
What about body representation, Jeremy? And
I think for me, I would say it's less rules and more recommendations. I think that proportion is everything, and I think that knowing what works for your proportion is the most important. And I think that also, like Ashley said, I can't stand when people wear things that are too tight or too loose. I think that there's a happy medium in between, and I think there's also a difference between oversized and then just doesn't fit you.
Yeah.
And I think that that's a fine line of things that you can grow and learn also by asking other people's opinions helps you figure out what's the best fit for you. And you also want to be like not always comfortable because fashion isn't always comfortable, but you
Right.
want to feel good in it, and I think
Yeah.
that makes the fit important.
fit is everything.
Fit is
and
everything.
during Thanksgiving, I was back home in California and I forgot my belt.
Oh, no.
And I've lost a little bit of weight recently, and these pants were going to fall down and show everything.
Oh.
So, and
Not
I
at
was
home.
asking everybody. So I found this little string in my mom's junk drawer. It was like a cabley thing. I tied it off.
Fashion.
improvise.
Instead of tucking in the silk shirt that I had, I put it out, and nobody knew. I went to the restaurant, and
Yes.
I mean, tips and tricks, y'all. I mean, yeah. When you-
I've done the double stick tape hem when I've had to, like on the
Yeah.
bottom of pants, dress pants that I just.
I did that to
I
my
have to go to a
mom.
wedding and I didn't have time, so they make just regular double stick Scotch tape, and you just fold it up on the inside, and
You better make
you
it
have a new
work.
hem.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
Tim
and your
Gunn.
shoes
Now.
keep it
Tim
up.
Gunn.
So
Think Tim Gunn, you guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
when you have to just make it work.
Or bring a stapler.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Is that too
A
much?
stapler is a good
No,
idea
that's
too.
not-
Staple
too
your hem.
much.
Snag your stockings.
Well, okay, let's keep on tips and tricks. And what do you guys prefer, people, our audience, accessories or fashion or both? Like if you're on a budget, where should you spend your money? Ashley.
Oh boy, I'm always on a budget.
We all are. That's why I mean, that should be
Goodness.
saying all of us.
Right? I'm wearing this outfit tomorrow too.
Outfit recycling, we love it.
It's a big thing. I say accessories. It doesn't know your size. It doesn't know your height. And, I go to work and people are like, oh, you look amazing. That's new. And I'm literally like, I wore this on Monday and it's Thursday. So I think accessories help to change up your outfit. I think if I had a bigger budget, yes, fashion, I would just buy something off of Valentino's runway and I'd wear that every day, a cape dress. But I think accessories are an affordable way to refresh an outfit.
That's
Yes.
great. And for social media too, right? Because if you are wearing the same look, you could accessorize it differently, and people would be like, "That's not the same look."
I don't know. Those girls are clever. They're like, didn't I see you in that last month? Yes. Change your hair too. Yeah.
She means clever with a VA. Clever. All right, Jeremy. Well, how do
I
you weigh
think for
in?
me, I would say fashion in the sense of jackets and shoes. For me, jackets and shoes are top priority.
Yeah,
They're
that's
like
good.
staples.
A good pair of shoes.
You switch the pants out. You switch the undershirt out. But I think that makes it interchangeable and gives it a different feel. And for me, always born and raised in Boston, we have so many different seasons, and I just love coats, bomber jackets, shackets, all of those,
Hats.
and
Yeah.
shoes and hats.
That's great.
yeah.
Yeah.
But shoes for me, shoes and boots are like by far my favorite.
I feel you're right. Like if you have a good shoe selection,
Yeah.
like a proper boot,
Yes.
a good dress shoe, and a good sneaker,
And they
that's
don't have to
clean.
be designer. They can be like Amazon, whatever.
Yeah.
Shoe warehouse, anything. It's just a matter of having like a staple that really works across the whole span of your wardrobe.
But clean your sneakers, right? Everybody,
Yes.
Clean
like
your
don't
sneakers.
let
I have that
don't walk
toothbrush
out.
that I use to clean the bottom of my
Yeah.
socks.
Wow. I like a dirty sneaker.
A toothbrush. You
That's
do?
our other
I
show,
would-
Cody.
I like
Oh
a-
my God, they drive me insane. I'm like, get some new shoes, bitch, or get some bleach.
Yeah.
I keep it a little. I like to keep it a little dirty sometimes.
Do you have white sneakers?
I don't think so.
Okay.
If he does, they're dirty.
We thought they were white.
I mean, they used to be right. Yeah. So, what advice would you give to someone that wants to expand their fashion repertoire? I was watching a Instagram video today, and this gentleman, he was dressing in all the different colors of the rainbow, and it just brought to my mind that he has such an expansive fashion repertoire. What would you give? What's a piece of advice for someone that wants to color outside the lines, basically?
For me, I wear black every day, so
That's what I'm asking.
pray for us all. But my trick is to use Pinterest. I take so many
Oh.
pictures from Pinterest of young ladies or Instagram who pair clothing nicely together. I think Pinterest is helpful because sometimes it links you somewhere and you can go see where you can purchase an item. But I have a hard time injecting color into my wardrobe because I am a designer, and I feel like designers' uniform most of the time is like navy or all black. We just levitate out of the bed and go to work. But I think taking pictures, even of people in the street, not in a creepy way, but if you see someone wearing
I
something,
used to do that on the subway all the
did.
time.
Really?
Like, oh my God, I love her outfit.
Because you can't come up with your own ideas. The mall or Bloomingdale's doesn't always have your outfit. So it's being inspired by
Street
others.
fashion.
Street fashion. And then just try to go do some research and find
And make it your
similar
own, right?
options. Yeah. And also the big thing is like color theory. I'm learning more about color theory and like what colors you can pair together. That can be very fun. There's actually books that you could purchase. So I think color theory is very helpful too. And trying to invest in a book and looking for those similar colors that you could put together and play at home. I also tell people to wear your shoes at home, break them in. So play with your options, take pictures before, run them by your friend. If she says no, wear it anyway.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun to play dress
She's
up.
shady.
Yeah. Put your gaga on and have fun.
I played dress up before you arrived,
Yeah,
Jeremy, because I
definitely.
knew we were going to do event, and I did I put music on. I had a party
Nice.
for one.
Yeah.
Had a little glass of
Yeah.
wine, and I laid out all my outfits in this living room and figured out, okay, on this day I want to wear this, and it was fun.
Yeah.
Make
Steve,
fashion fun.
Are they
Yeah.
black?
Most of them are black.
They
I know,
are.
right? That's really why I asked that question. Jeremy, what do you think?
So I would say that my piece of advice to increase your repertoire for wardrobe is textiles. So I think that I'm never going to introduce more color, but I will always introduce new textiles, as in leather, corduroy, suede, all the mix. And I think that adds texture and like a a different level to your
Tactile.
outfit and could still be in all the same color. And I think I love the same thing with decor and home decor. I love a monochromatic room, but all different textiles. So I think they go hand in hand.
Cool. Great
Lovely.
advice.
I know, right?
All right, well, let's stay on color as one of our final questions here. Pantone, we have all heard of, came out with their color of the year projection for 2024, and the color is, drum roll please, peach fuzz.
What?
The color conjures peace and serenity, and they're saying for spring, summer, it's warm and cozy. Ashley, what do you think? Because we know Pantone is a leader in projection, the color of the year, peach fuzz.
Can I see it? I think
Our producer is going to pull it up for you and
Edit.
What is peach
I
fuzz?
say that peach fuzz sounds like a nice Cosmo or like a cocktail
Yeah.
at a
Delicious
restaurant.
drink, right?
But it does not sound like anything I'd want in my wardrobe, and I do not support that
Yeah.
Pantone prediction.
I'm excited to see it though, because it could be. I can see it if it's what I think it is. I can see it in a silk slip dress, like
Oh, all right.
Wait,
Producer Vivian is coming our way with the color of the year.
Oh, that's
pretty.
beautiful.
And that's pretty on a lot of different
That's a
skin
hell
tones.
no for me.
Yeah, I don't know how. Thank you. I don't
you.
know how that. You're gonna wear a linen set.
With cream, it would be nice.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's think summer. What do you call it? What's that style?
Spring.
Resort wear. Let's think
Yeah.
resort
Oh, yes.
wear.
That's what it's giving me.
I'm thinking
Vacation.
Carlton Jones.
Like a silk pant.
What do you think of
and-
it for that? If we get out of New York.
Yeah,
and-
like if you had a silk pant and then a like cream knit on top, or even a white blazer, it could work.
Okay.
It's still not my favorite color, and I do not like the name whatsoever.
Yeah.
Well, and let's stay on you for a second, Jeremy, because you do design, you do homes as well. Could it work for our home decor?
I think it could in small accents, but very small, as in maybe a pillow here and there, or maybe in a photo or artwork. But for me,
He
it's
said a photo in the
minimal.
bathroom.
Yeah,
Instead of
Hide
throw
it.
pillow.
a toilet paper holder.
Be honest, Ashley. Do you like the color of the year? Peach?
I think it's pretty. I think I can see it in a silk slip dress. Back to brown for some reason, like that camel brown with a matching handbag. But maybe it's just accessories.
Yeah.
But it looks like it can be really pretty on different skin tones. So I appreciate it.
It's not cerulean,
It's
but
not cerulean. I'm living for
Yeah.
cerulean. I feel like peach fuzz is what's on the top of my head.
we could dye your hair.
Oh, wow. I
That
bet
would be
you
cute.
would. Yes. Yes.
Sounds scary.
So, as one of our final questions, I want to ask, what is your next big or your next purchase that you want to make as far as fashion is concerned? What do you think is next for fashion? Who wants to
Con
start?
Edison bill. That's where my next money is going. You got high. These bills
what
are
is your
high.
aspirational piece as far
So-
as fashion is concerned?
Anything Valentino. I love Valentino. I think what they're putting out on a runway is just divine. But there are some beautiful blazers and tailored pieces coming our way, and they continue. There is bustier blazers with corsetting and seaming. Alexandra McQueen just had one on the runway, just divine. So I think those would be my pieces. If I could have a closet full of trousers. Sorry, I have a hard time with that word.
It is a hard one.
It is. And blazers of different variations and silhouettes, even with the shoulder pads. I think shoulder pads make you hourglass beautiful. So drapey or structured, I would save my money for that or not pay rent for those pieces.
Hey.
It's happened before.
You'd be the most chicest homeless person ever.
Mine would have to be very much like Carrie Bradshaw's shoes. It's always what's my next shoe that I'm going to purchase. So,
Okay.
and I don't study them, but I like look at them. I'll try them on. I'll put them back. I'll revisit them. I'll look at the photos of them from different angles. And I really just love shoes so much. So yeah, it's always going to be shoes for me.
Which
And
shoe size do you wear?
8, which is so easy to
Yeah,
get.
but see, mine is an 11, 12.
Oh
if
my
I
gosh.
can get a shoe that goes over these big toes, God help us. That's why I have no money, because I buy shoes.
So
that
when I go
yeah.
shopping for shoes, they
Yeah.
almost always have my size available, which is
Aren't you
great, and I love
blessed?
it.
Hate
That's
you.
awesome. I
Yeah.
hate
Because
you.
I'm 10 and
That's
everyone wants
tough.
10.
Everyone is that
Yeah.
size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we answer, Kodi?
Yeah. Oh, let's answer. Go right ahead.
So for me, you're going to be surprised on one. One is baggy trousers. I want. You said trousers,
yeah.
and I really want with white sneakers. I want to do
Like
and
flowy?
just like super flowy, but then like tighter on top. I
Nice.
feel like for
Yes.
spring, I want to do that, and like fitted on top, but baggier. And this may sound, we talk a lot of joke about crop tops, but I saw somebody wear they cut a sweatshirt and they cropped it, but then they had a underlying like
Yes,
tank top
I've seen
underneath.
that layering,
So
and I
that's the
like
way I
that.
like a crop top,
Yeah.
Cody.
Layered?
If you're listening, is
I'm
a
listening.
layer.
Cody doesn't want the
Yeah,
stomach
that's
covered
cute.
up. That's the whole point.
He said a shirt wear.
That's how I will wear a crop top. I'm going to layer it.
I've seen that layered, and I actually really love it.
Yeah.
Because
that
I
sounds
love that
lovely.
idea of where, like, how many layers are they wearing? Where you can't tell.
Yeah.
I love that
Oh.
look. I just want to put like 25
Also, with the
layers.
weather that we go through, it's kind of
Yeah.
a smart way to dress as well, because you can take one off and you have another one, and then there's another one.
And you're like, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
This is me now.
I love it. And then pull a raincoat out of your bag.
Yes. Sorry, I was trying to pull up my aspirational.
Is it a crop
piece.
top?
It is a crop top. I want to be wearing. I'm going to be shooting a video, hopefully very soon.
Ooh.
So
Show us.
I want to.
Audience
show you
will put it
guys
on
it's-
our Instagram.
But it's just the top.
Oh my!
Just the
it's a
top.
crop top.
It's a
tank.
crop top tank that is beaded.
Oh, it's like a corset.
by phallic. I don't know if I can say this word. Phallic cunt, basically.
Wow.
And I'm
She's
going
sassy.
to.
She
Isn't
is
it
sassy.
gorgeous?
You will rock it.
Yeah.
I want to wear this so badly, and I want it in a video, and I just want to have it on all the time underneath.
You
my
definitely
regular
have to be
clothes,
greased up to wear that.
And no Christmas cookies this season.
too. Oh, definitely not. Definitely not.
What's your bottom?
Who's my boss?
No, what's your bottom to pair
our
with the
other
crop
show.
I
top?
gotta cut that out. Oh my gosh, sorry.
I think it's funny, and it's a nod to our other show, which we tags podcast.
What are you pairing the
On
crop
the
top
bottom.
with? Is
Probably
yeah.
some baggier jeans.
Okay.
I feel like that.
Yeah.
That way, it's the
And those
tight
white sneakers
and,
that you like dirty.
You guys, this has been so fun.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Like-
lots of good laughs.
So much. All right, Ashley. Thomas, what can we promote for you? What's coming up? Tell us everything.
Yeah, so I am starting a tall women's luxury e-commerce brand where tall women have a hard time finding items, beautiful off-the-runway items that fit their body. So I'm doing longer inseams, longer sleeve lengths, and if needed, the customer can input or key in their lengths if they need even longer than what we offer. So it's like custom meets e-commerce. And we should be coming up with our launch in the middle of the new year. It's like spring, summer, a little refresh. And the website is do we still use www? It's ashleynThomas.com. And that's ASHLEYNTHOMAS.com. And we will be launching the site in the middle of next year, as I said, but please feel free to go in and leave your email and we can let you know when we're up and running. And right now we're focusing on cis women because I am a cis woman, but in the future would love it to be fluid.
Ooh.
Yeah,
So
I
I
was
got
gonna
that.
say I'm a tall woman, so I'm tall for a woman, right?
In his dreams.
You a lady. is what you are.
Stick with the crop top, boo.
Any social media?
No sleeves.
Any social media?
Yeah, social media is Ashley and Thomas Co. And we are planning on launching some new items in the upcoming week just to get the message out there. So, yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I'm very excited about it. It's been a strenuous but very fulfilling project.
Yes,
So
labor of love.
I appreciate that.
Jeremy, list your ways to follow you.
You can always follow me at J Ross Lopez and on Instagram and on Facebook.
Love it.
Awesome.
Love that. So much fun, Steve. This
So
is
much
so
fun.
amazing.
Yes. Thank you guys. Really,
Thanks for
really.
having
Thank you
us.
so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, very honored.
Cerulean.
Cerulean.
Exactly. One of my favorite moments of the conversation. So many moments. I think we all left that conversation because we had pre-recorded it a week ago. And I think we were all in that moment. Okay, we were drinking mimosas, but
We
we were
definitely
talking
were.
fashion. And I just think we all came together, which was a blessing in and of itself. But we all took it seriously and we all gave some realistic things that we think about fashion and how important fashion really is to the world and how more importantly to yourself and what you put out there. And I think it comes at a really good time as we enter a new year for things to consider as you put yourself forward. And fashion is one of those things that you present yourself with as your armor, if you will, as Jeremy said. And
Hmm.
so I just hope you got out of it what we put into it because it was truly a blessing to have this conversation with everybody.
Definitely. I feel like it's going to resonate very well with people. So I can't wait to see the response. Let us know what you think, guys.
And what are we doing, Cody? We're
We're
living
living
out
out
loud.
loud.